Julie Roussel here. Hey, welcome and thanks for popping in on this wacky Wednesday where you never know what the topic's going to be. And well, hey, if I'm running on time and even if I'm actually live, because hey, that's the way life rolls. And today it's definitely rolling in some strange and wacky ways. But like I said, it is Wacky Wednesday. So hey, welcome and thanks for joining in, whether you are popping in live right now or you are catching on the replay. I'm glad you could pop in for a few minutes of car conversation tonight. So like I said, I am in my car tonight. I was struggling to get online and wireless, so hey. And I forgot my selfie light and my little pop stand. So it's been a struggle to find a way to go live as well as get it set up so that I could actually have some light in the car because nobody wants to see a blank face. So hey, welcome and thanks for popping in. I see a few more. Hello, Jean. You're right, you did catch me live. Hello, Jamie. Nice to see you, lady. Hey. Thanks for popping in. I think it's been a while. So, I'm going to keep going here because like I said, for once, it's actually showing me when people are popping in. I appreciate that. Hello, Cindy. Nice to see you, lady. Say hi to the fam for me. I hope all is well on your end. And so let me ask the question. Oh, before I get to that part. But in case I miss you when you pop in, because I do peek at my notes. Most of you know that by now. And if I do miss you, just leave me a hey or a shout and let me know that you popped in. And if you hear something that resonates with you, would you please leave me some love, give me a hey or a wave and let me know you popped in. You might hear the train or see the lights going by in my car here because I can definitely hear the train. It's pretty loud. Hanging out by the train tracks tonight. And as well as if you have a question or even if you're just popping to say, hey girl, you're right. Yes, absolutely. Kindness. Pop down the thread for me. I'd appreciate it and I love seeing comments. Share the video with anyone you think it might help. And PM me if you have questions or want to hear more. I'm always happy to share the things that I'm learning, and I hope that they help you. So hey, I see a few more joining in. Hello, Cindy. Hey, Carrie. Nice to see you, lady. Say hi to the girls for me. And I think I missed a few. I apologize. But hey, just give me a hey and let me know that you popped in. I'm trying to find you, but I'm not successful here. I don't know. Maybe it was the train. But I'm going to ask the question for the night, and if I miss you, I'll try and welcome you when I see you pop in. So, World Kindness Day. You know, is it ridiculous or is it something that we should practice consistently or religiously? What do you think? Would you do me a favor and say, hey, yeah, this is necessary. You know, we need more kindness. What are your thoughts? Would you pop those, in the thread for me? I love hearing them. Hello, Liz. Hey, lady, nice to see you popping in, girl. Hey. So I'm going to go on. Like I said, my notes are all messed up tonight and lighting is a total disaster. But like I said, that's the way life rolls. It's Wacky Wednesday and I've learned to just roll with it. So I hope that I am able to see and follow my notes because most times I'm going blank here. Hello, Julia. Nice to see you. It's been a while, bud. Hey. Say hi to the family for me. I think I was able to wave to you. Yeah, like I said, I don't hear the train, so we're good to go. But I don't know if you remember hearing or seeing any posts today about World Kindness Day, and most of them, were referencing Mr. Rogers. And if you're, around my age or, even older, you grew up watching Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and he always had that cardigan on, which I have a cardigan on today, because it was World Kindness Day, and, we wanted to remind ourselves of something wonderful. And, if you ever seen Mr. Rogers, you know that he was the absolute kindest and nicest person. And you wanted to have neighbors like him, and you wanted to be that kind of neighbor, right? And if you've been watching the posts and seeing that, and seeing all of those kindness floating around, and even in a lot of the schools and workplaces today. And I know a lot of people think that I'm silly or naive or just plain stupid for, just talking about kindness and how we need to add more of it to the world and how Kindness Day is kind of silly. But I honestly, and even just the practicing and teaching kindness to our children and practicing it ourselves was, pretty much a waste of time. And I've heard people say that over and over again. That our world is already an ugly place and that it's ugly and cruel, and even a little bit of kindness isn't really going to change much, and it's not going to make much of a difference. But I kind of disagree with that because I've seen a lot and experienced a lot of different acts of kindness that were committed, or at least someone that offered some kindness left and right, and that they made a huge amount of difference. for myself and my family included. So I wanted to share a quick story, and I do try to be quick, a quick story, what I learned, and hopefully how it can help you. And like I said, I do peek at my notes occasionally. It's not going well tonight. But about 2 years ago, around this time, we were struggling. My husband, Matt, had received a layoff notice from his company out of the blue, totally unexpected. They were just going to make huge cuts to deal with the financial losses that the company had incurred. And his job, along with tons of others, were being eliminated. And I mean, that's pretty much the norm these days for a lot of companies. There are always cutbacks and layoffs. And we were surprised and shocked and upset and terrified, and we knew and we had no idea this was coming. And, when one person loses a job in the family, especially when they're a majority of your income, it's very frightening because you don't know where the next paycheck is coming from. You don't know if you'll be able to provide for your family. And even if you do find a job, a lot of times it may not make up the shortfall from the paycheck that you were used to. And that's just the way it is sometimes. And I'm just going to leave my notes here where I can actually see them. So if I look down, I apologize, but I can't see them to the left. But like I said, this happened right around the holidays, and that his job would be eliminated, and there was nothing on the horizon because unfortunately a lot of the engineering firms were not hiring around the holidays. They pretty much have shut down. They're waiting till, after the new year to get started on new projects, and things were running pretty slow. And, there were no jobs on the horizon. Even with email and filling out forms online, it's still pretty slow of a process. And one day, out of the blue, right around the first or second week of December, a friend and former colleague of my husband's heard about the layoffs and called him up and said, you know what, I'm going to make some calls. I know some companies that are hiring, and even whether you've applied for them or not, I know that they're hiring. They have some great engineering positions available, and I'm going to call and put in a good word for you because you did the same for me. So his name is Greg. So Greg took a few minutes out of his day, maybe a half hour, and just made some calls, emails, texts, all that, just to help out a guy who'd gotten laid off. And Greg knew that he had a family and 2 boys to take care of, just out of nowhere. And his help and the times that he spent, like I said, it may have been a half hour. There was no money involved. It was inexpensive. He just spent the time to help someone out. Oh, hey, Ange, nice to see you, lady. Hey, say hi to the family for me. So good to see you. And Greg's calls and text, really helped speed up the process. And my husband was granted an interview, which then resulted in a job offer and a new position. And this all was a result of a friend and former colleague of my husband's taking the time just to make some calls on someone's behalf. And he did it for a very specific reason. Because when Greg had been laid off the year earlier from the same company when he was working with my husband, Matt, went the extra mile, made some calls, wrote reference letters, texted and emailed a few people to help find him a job so that he could provide for his family. And Greg wanted to return the favor. And it was completely unexpected, and all that just simply because someone out of nowhere, or someone that you paid a kindness forward, just stepped up and paid it back. And you never know what kind of impact that's going to make. And it cost him just a little bit of his time, but it also makes you wonder, why not try and pay it forward? Because you never know when you're going to need it back. And that was the one time that we've needed it back so badly. So the next time that you have an opportunity, and even if it's not World Kindness Day, pay that kindness forward. You never know, and a lot of times not until years later, or even just months later or days later, what kind of impact that it made for them and how much of a difference that it makes. So if you heard something that you found valuable or that resonates with you, or maybe you have a kindness story where someone was able to help you out and pay it forward for you, or even pay it back, leave me some comment, or even pop your thoughts in the thread, share the video with anyone you think it might help, and PM me if you have questions or want to hear more ways that you can pop some kindness into the world. World Kindness Day. It's a day that we go out of our way to perform acts of kindness for everyone, not just for one or two people that we deem worthy. And we don't pick and choose. And with the holiday coming, we want to commit more acts of kindness. Get in the holiday spirit now and keep that holiday spirit of kindness, of giving with us all year round. Imagine what we could do and how much change we could affect and how much beauty and goodness that we could pop into the world just by simply adding a sprinkle of kindness every day. Interesting thought, isn't it? I'll catch you later.